Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Porn and Capitalism. On this week's episode, have a live porn star, a local porn star here. He's a young guy who wishes to remain anonymous. So we've blurred him out. We've done some work on the microphone to make it a little less obvious. We'll call him John Doe. How are you, John Doe?
I am great. Thank you for having me.
Dude, thanks for being here, man. You know, a lot of people in the porn industry, they focus on the women. And I think during Women's History Month, it's time to focus on the man.
I could not agree more with you, honestly. Even I focus mainly on the woman in porn, which is...
You're part of the problem.
Pretty natural, honestly. No one gives a shit about the guys.
So when did you start shooting porn?
I was 21.
You were 21.
21 on my first one. No, probably 20 on my first one.
How did you get started in porn?
So when I was in high school, I watched porn.
Yeah.
And then where most people stop and say, that was fun, I took it a step further and said, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I went looking for it, and I ended up on some unique fetish-focused website. Shout out FetLife. And
FetLife, okay.
FetLife led one thing to another, and then... before you know it, he's like, I need people that can do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I think I'm up for the job. And that's where it went.
How does the casting normally work?
Well, it depends on the type of porn you're shooting.
Yeah. What have you shot? What types of porn have you done?
I've shot boy-girl scenes, three-way scenes with other chicks, three-way scenes where it's, you and a guy and one chick. And then mainly the thing that I was in a lot of was like bukkake scenes.
Bukkake.
Which is really just like how many dicks can come.
I've watched bukkake. I like it for the art.
And a big part of it is you have to be able to come a lot.
Yeah.
And so you learn. It's science. Anybody can learn to come a lot. You feed your body the right stuff and drink enough water, and you can't come till the end. That's a really, really big focal point. It's a major linchpin that if you have trouble controlling your cum, you're probably not cut out for it.
You're not. If you can't control your cum, you're not made for porn.
You're not made for bukkake porn.
Bukkake porn. Okay.
I don't think there's a market for fast coming porn.
I was gonna say, I doubt it.
Maybe multiple comings, but not fast.
Multiple comings.
Yeah, if you can. That's another thing in the bukkake porn is like, because the whole thing is you want her to be like covered and drenched in cum. So if you can come twice, you really got a job.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many bukkake scenes have you done?
I think I kind of capped at about 8.
8 bukkake scenes. And how many dudes are there roughly per bukkake scene?
It depends. It depends. You get some local talent. She's usually the one calling. She has a hand in the
selection process.
Selection process. Yeah. Everyone's tested. Everyone's following a bunch of strict rules and stuff like that. So usually if she has a say in the process, you could get anywhere from like 7 to 10.
7 to 10 dudes?
Yeah. But the more dudes that end up showing up, the more it sells, the more sometimes they even charge dudes if it's a really big name, like a famous name. Because you get to shoot alongside, a really hot porn star. I think the most I ever saw was probably like 16. 16 dudes. Okay. Maybe there was probably one. There was 20. Ivy Secret. I think 20.
Ivy Secret. Okay, so on that note, who's the most famous porn star you've ever performed with?
Got to be Veronica Avlov.
Veronica Avlov, who we've profiled on the podcast before.
Very famous, very extreme resume. Probably one of the few people that I personally think truly, truly, truly loves making porn.
Yeah.
Really.
What percent of chicks do you think actually like it?
What percent of chicks actually truly like it and would do it, because it's something they want to do? 1%, not even.
Less than 1% of the chicks who do porn actually want to do
it. I'd say like if you take porn as a whole,
yeah,
I bet more of them actually really enjoy it and really like the art of it.
Okay.
For what I did, for my kind of thing, I don't know. I'd just say about 1%, maybe 2, 1 to 2. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like anything. It's like comedy. It's work.
So they're just doing it for the money.
It's work. It's a day at the office.
Yeah.
For some people.
It's a drenched day at the office, dude.
It's a real intense day at the office.
So, when I watch some of those bukkake scenes, I feel like it's really just her rotating between which dick she's sucking.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of actual sex going on.
That's well, the thing, it depends on the shoot house, the production company that's putting it together.
Yeah.
Some of them, there's a lot of sex.
Okay.
A ton. I mean, it's almost more gangbang than it is bukkake.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it kind of depends on what direction the director wants to take.
The shoots that I've been a part of were gangbangs that finished in a bukkake.
Okay.
Not just straight walk in and bukkake this poor girl and leave. Like
now,
it's a big scene.
Speaking of gangbang, have you done DP?
Yes.
Double penetration.
Yeah.
For those people who don't know, you should know.
I've done DVP.
Double vaginal penetration.
Very tricky.
That sounds tricky.
It's like Twister.
Have you done DVP?
Yeah, it's like Twister.
So basically, your cock's on another dude's cock.
Mm-hmm. But also, if that's what the shot calls for, that's what the shot calls for.
And that's a trooper right there, dude. That's what the shot calls for.
It's a three-way.
It's not gay. If it's okay. What's that like?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. I was like,
it's weird, but it's also like you can't fixate on that because it's not about you or that guy. It's about her.
I mean, I've had sex where the girl is using a vibrator.
Okay.
And I liked it.
Nothing like that.
It's not like, okay, all right, good. Thank God. Thank God. I was like, oh shit, I might need another. It was
like that.
Yeah, another dick or something in my life. But
we once surprised. This wasn't filmed, but one time surprised a girl that she was like, that's two, and we're like, yeah.
Oh, she wasn't ready for it.
She was not. She was expecting the traditional DP.
Oh, and then you put two in her vag.
Angles got weird and.
Oh, it slipped in?
What somebody's did. Yeah.
Damn, what's the camaraderie like at that point?
It's actually really cool. Like, it's really chill. like if you think about like a gangbang with a bunch of other dudes, like, you're not gonna be, rock solid the whole time, and sometimes there's nobody helping you out. There's no fluffers, so you just make friends.
Yeah.
I've talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just end up making friends, They're normal guys. They're accountants. Some of them work at banks, work at schools.
What's the average cock size at a bukkake, would you say?
The ones I've been at?
Sure, yeah.
I'd say like above average.
Like 7, 8?
Not a lot less than 8s.
Not a lot less than 8.
If you could get away with a nice 7.
A nice 7.
But you're gonna see a lot of, like, if you want the averages, you're gonna see some 10s.
You're gonna see some 10s out there.
You're gonna see some 10s.
Wow.
And all shades of the rainbow. There's all kinds of 10s.
Yeah, there's all kinds of 10s. Yeah. It's not just black guys.
No. It's not just black guys.
Is it ever Asian guys? I know we're not supposed to have Asian hate.
Yeah, that's a real touchy subject.
It is.
No. I'm going to go ahead and say no Asian guys.
You ever shoot with an Asian guy?
I've never. Well, maybe we will now.
Maybe now?
Maybe now because of the...
Because of the hate?
Yeah, the hate.
Because of the hate. You're going to have to.
You're going to have to lump them in.
Damn, dude.
I don't think so. I don't think there's never been an Asian guy. Okay. Also, I don't really like sit and look and I'm like, Asian.
Yeah, you're focused on the chick.
Yeah, they got a job to do.
Okay. What kind of chicks have you normally fucked? I know you said Veronica Avluv and Ivy Secret. Any other big names? While we're doing your credits?
Nothing that I can really recall. A lot of local talent.
Local talent.
Like local talent with local names that if I said it, you'd be like, who? There's a few in there, but for the most part, the local stuff, the boy-girl stuff was just small scale. Small scale. Those are like probably the two names that are like, if you go Google them, they have their own resume.
Yeah, I've heard of Veronica Avluv. I feel like I've probably come across Ivy Secret at one point.
Yeah. She does some real stuff. She's hot.
Okay.
Those two both had pretty big turnouts.
Do you ever get to a shoot and you're looking at the chick and you're like, no?
No, because a lot of the times you get it preliminarily, so you can kind of opt in or opt out.
Oh, you get pictures ahead of time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to pick it out.
And then you can really, if you see somebody that you're like, oh my God, like if it's somebody that you are like, oh my God, I got to make that one.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I'm not just a porn star. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
I want to jump in there. I want to see what's up.
Did you fanboy out with Veronica Avluv?
No. I didn't. But also,
you kept it together.
I kept it together. But she did open up a wormhole because I think she like complimented my piece or something.
Really?
I was like, okay, so I'm a part of this industry now. Yeah. And also, she was great, dude. You should see her give head. It's imagine watching it and then imagine feeling it.
I mean, I do, and we've talked
That's
about
amazing.
POV before, you know, feeling like you're there and all that. Do you think the future is basically just VR porn
Oh my gosh,
and
dude.
nothing else?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. If I had the technology to shoot VR porn, I would be doing it right now.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, dude, I think VR porn is the future in the sense that when this Oculus Rift stuff and this VR technology stuff starts catching up,
Yeah.
you could lose your job. I could see it. Like, I could see the addiction being there.
A lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
You could lose your job. You could lose your marriage. Like, this could get dangerous. You could live in this world.
Well, okay, let's talk about that because I know you've said you don't actively watch a lot of porn now.
Yeah, I don't.
Why don't you watch it now?
There's just so many. I've stopped. I haven't. I mean, I try to avoid it. It's like anything.
Yeah.
Know? It's like an alcoholic with booze or whatever. It's like you like it and you know you like it and it triggers that dopamine rush. But the thing about porn is there's no threshold to getting it. If you got internet,
you got it.
If you want coke, you got to go out of your way to get coke.
Right.
If you want heroin, you really got to find some heroin.
It's very accessible.
Porn is just right there, man. Your drug dealer lives in your house.
Drug dealer lives in your house.
And there's so many studies of what it does to the mind. You're better off trying to avoid it. I mean, it's like anything, anything should be done.
What does it do to the mind, though?
It rots your brain. It's like a constant dopamine hit. It messes up your dopamine receptors and all your like happiness sensations, your reward. I mean, what's the number one thing a guy does anything for?
Pussy.
Yeah. So if you're constantly just being spoon-fed fake technology pussy.
Fake technology
You're
pussy.
watching a flat screen. It's teaching you to be like a cuck,
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
It is kind of doing that. I've thought about that before, too, because sometimes I'll watch POV, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to watch, I want classic, you know? And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is basically cuckold shit.
Yeah, I mean, the angles are very important of the porn you're watching. If you're watching strictly POV setting porn, it's a little bit less like it. But if you're watching a dude fuck on camera, like watch a guy fuck, you're practicing.
Yeah, you're really trying not to watch the guy.
Like I said, no one cares about the guys.
No one cares about the guys. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's what the market demands.
Yeah, I mean, look at the girls, man. Look at the followings.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Crazy.
And so, are you still actively doing porn?
Not really. No,
Okay.
I kind of tapped out. I've gone into some other small scale type stuff, like fucking around with couples and stuff like that. But
With what?
couples,
Couples. Okay.
like it's like the same principle.
Yeah.
But just dumbed way down and not as extreme. I think I got the gangbang and the bukkake stuff like out of my system.
Okay.
Like, I could still get invited, and you never really quit. You can't like retire.
Okay.
If you tap back in, you can. But
Okay.
I guess you could say I like had a run.
Yeah.
And I was like,
A run of 8 bukkakis.
yeah, that's enough.
You ran train.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. I've never. I've had sex with a hooker, and I've done some things with strippers that are probably illegal.
Nice.
But I've never done anything where another guy was involved.
Yeah.
And
It's a weird moment.
I mean, I'm homophobic for sure. So I know in that moment I would be like, this is fucking gay.
Yeah.
But then I would also have the other half of my brain being like, dude, this is the most manly shit you can do.
Kinda. It's like it's somewhat animalistic.
Yeah, it's like raping, pillaging, Viking shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, everyone's consensual.
Right. It's consensual. Sorry. It's
But
consensual.
also, the thing is that kind of to get you away from your homophobia is that everyone at that bukkake has a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
It's like a silent, agreed upon understanding.
Yeah. No gay shit.
No gay shit.
No gay shit.
And not only no gay shit, but there's like a couple different mutual understandings all happening at the same time. No gay shit. This is about her.
Yeah.
There's a camera.
Right.
Way to the camera. Like it's a big deal. The camera's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because it's about getting good shots that can sell. And it's about her knowing what she's doing and you being expected to be like, don't fuck it up.
Okay.
Like like whenever I was at bukkake stuff, it's like being in the batter's box when you're up.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't come. Chew a shit ton of gum, so you don't come. Like,
Gum.
Be chewing. Do something to occupy your mind.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, how does gum help you not
Because if
come?
you're like, think about it. Okay, like take your porn star. Who's your
Right now, there's a chick called Sarai Minx who's really got my attention.
the little spinner one? The spinner that you showed me.
No.
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 I don't know if you showed me her.
I don't know if I showed you her at all.
Anyway, imagine you're fucking her, and there's a director saying, "Don't come."
Yeah, all I'm gonna do is come.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna blow loads,
so
dude.
you better figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there are times. I mean, I've gone through mental exercises where I'm like in the middle of sex, like just think of something else.
Yeah.
One of the things that really helped me one time last longer. Was I was thinking about how you can't buy flood insurance or something, or like. I was actively thinking about how the you can't buy certain insurances because they know it's going to happen. They don't want to pay you out. So I'm like having sex. And I'm just like, I can't believe you can't get flood insurance in Louisiana. Like that's right where you. So that's what's going through my head as I'm just humping, and I'm just like, just keep thinking about FEMA and flood insurance.
Yeah.
And that was my go.
Yeah.
And it worked pretty good.
Yeah.
But the problem is now when I try to do that, I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking about this to not come, and then I'm back to come.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like, you want to last long. You don't want to bust quick. Nobody wants to.
That, no.
I mean, but sometimes it just happens.
It does happen. And also it happens. And when it happens in the comfort of your own home, it's one thing.
Right. When you're on stage, dude.
Stage, there's actual video footage of me.
Coming early?
No, fucking Veronica Avlov. And she starts squirting.
Ooh.
Everywhere. And I literally start coming. And then the footage is so funny because she like falls over squirting and she's all like, feeling it.
Yeah.
And I'm like running away. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm literally about to explode. I can't.
Dude, I so wish we could like cut that in. Just the clip of you running away, coming, dude.
There's footage of someone else. I don't know that I can share her name, but I'm literally like, she's on top of me and she gets started, and then there's an immediate cut.
Because that's one of the things that
she's like making noise, she's doing it, she's going after it, and then cuts to another thing because I'm like, get off. Get off, please.
That's one of the things. Like, the more porn I watched, I would start to notice director things, right? Especially when I started making my own like videos and stuff, not porn stuff, just video shit.
Yeah,
I'd be like, hold on, that's a different angle and a whole different position. They cut here. There was a cut. Something happened, and I'm like, they probably came early. Something happened.
It's well known that not the bukkake, but if the scene calls for like a cum shot, like a facial, they usually knock that out, get that done. He shows up loaded up, ready to go.
They do the cum,
handles it up.
She'll clean her face, and then they'll do the rest of the porn.
He loads up on Viagra.
Oh,
and then shoots the rest of the porn.
Wow! So he'll show up. They'll do the cum shot, clean her off.
Hair and makeup.
Hit him with the Viagra, and then they'll just bone like for what, 30 minutes?
Whatever the scene calls for, usually.
Okay.
If you watch older porn and watch their eyes, because they're usually like, if you watch their eyes and they're not looking at each other or whatever the case may be, like this is like a few years ago, 7 years ago. They're looking offset at like a director.
Oh, I've seen that. I always see that. That a lot of times that'll ruin porn for me, like that video, because I'll be like, I saw you looking at a director.
They're also usually really intense, like heavily edited and fabricated footages. Like they're really like they're the porn of porns, like your Bang Bros type stuff.
Yeah,
like
Bang Bros,
like the stuff that's porn. Yeah,
I like porny porn. I like Brazzers and Dog Fart. I don't know if you know Dog Fart.
I do know Dog Fart.
They do a lot of interracial. I like Dog Fart.
They're old, aren't they? Kind of older.
They're a little older. Yeah, they're not like one of the new ones, like Vixen or Blacked or whatever.
I know people that have shot with Dog Fart.
Really?
There's only so many names I can drop before getting phone calls.
Yeah, don't drop all the names. If Veronica Avlov calls, take the call.
Oh my gosh, if Veronica,
she'll be like, "Remember when you made me squirt and then you ran away?
Remember when you complimented my penis?" I've seen a lot of penises since then, but. She's an OG. I think that's why I like her.
Okay.
It's because she's timeless.
Timeless.
She can get it going.
If there's one porn star that you could work with that you never have.
Oh, well, it's not even fair.
Huh?
It's not even fair. It's like so lopsided, but.
Who would it be?
Rachel Starr.
Rachel Starr. Okay, all right.
Well known.
Rachel Starr, to me.
DFW
Zone. Yeah. Here we go. Can we do this? Yeah. Rachel Starr.
Rachel Starr, one of the best in the game. By far.
Rachel Starr was one of those porn. I think she was like one of the first porn stars where I like knew her name.
Yeah.
And she helped me learn how to spell Rachel.
Yeah.
I think it's E-L. E-L.
2 R's.
2 R's. The other one was Rachel Rocks. Do you know her?
I do know Rachel Rocks, yeah.
Rachel Rocks because I think they both came up together, you know, early in the day.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of videos together, and obviously they're both named Rachel, but Rachel rocks, dude. I remember seeing this video of her early on in my fapping career, and I just was like, that's the best video I've ever seen. Yes. It had like the nice early 2000s like close up on her by a window.
Yeah. These are like 2004, 2007.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's the golden age of porn.
I do too. There's a number of Rachel Starr footage, like films that came out. Oh my gosh, the one where she's in the white bathing suit. She has like a body chain on. Her hair is up.
Ooh.
It's like a POV scene.
Okay.
That they didn't really even know what they were doing. I don't think, but he just ended up holding the camera.
Oh
my god, dude, her ass is retarded.
Wow.
It's
yes.
Oh.
Her ass is one of the best in the business for sure.
And if I was shooting that one and they're like, "Don't come," I'm like, "Forget it." Like, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You're like, this is what we play for.
I'm like,
I've been waiting for this.
This is a home game. You leave me alone.
Rachel Starr. That's a good one, man.
There's another one. There's what's her name? Kenzie something. Kenzie Madison.
Scott? Kenzie Madison, maybe?
She's
Newer. Okay.
Great ass.
Great ass.
I could shoot I think it's Kenzie Madison.
Are you an ass guy? Yeah, we can look it up real quick here.
Kenzie Madison is the name. Yeah, definitely ass and legs, man, all day.
Ass and legs. I mean, I like ass and legs for sure. Kenzie Madison.
I think it's Madison. I don't remember.
All right, we're just looking up porn. This is what I do though. Kenzie Madison. Pornstar page. Here we go. Kenzie Madison.
Kenzie Taylor. No, it's not her.
You sure?
Wait, go down. Yeah, dude, that's her. Yeah,
I was like, that's definitely her, dude, with the ass.
That is she had this one video that just recently came out, and it put me on the map. I was like, okay, this new cat's got it going on. It was one of those videos that was shot like a Snapchat video.
Oh, okay.
Where it's just a dude who meets her at the gym.
Yeah.
And they're like hanging out, and then it's POV. Oh, Kenzie Madison. Yeah.
That's like the new shit. Is they try to make it look like
natural.
Yeah. Do you like that?
So I mean, sometimes I don't necessarily love the footage like that style of filming, but that's where I found her, and I was like, if a porn star can, if an ass can stop you in your tracks on Pornhub and make you remember a name, it's a pretty nice ass.
And people have said this is weird, but I'm really into the names.
I like the names.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, because I always like the names. And this was even like before I ever did this. Like when I was fucking 14, I was going on the Wikipedia pages for porn stars. If I could find them.
I want to know like how you got here.
Yeah.
Which Twin Peaks you worked at. Or whatever. Which Hooters you might have worked at. Whatever. How, like Lena Rhodes. Lena Rhodes has a killer story.
Okay.
Am I saying that right? Lena Rhodes? Yeah, Lena Rhodes.
Lana Rhodes.
Lana Rhodes?
I don't know.
All I know is that she's another gorgeous donk, and now she's become not even a
gorgeous donk,
not even a porn star anymore. Now she's like she is a porn star still, but she's like a feature act. She's a big deal. She's like a podcast.
Well, I was gonna ask,
shooting for Playboy.
One of the things that you notice is like some girls will last like 2 months.
Yeah.
And others will be 10 years before they transition into producing and podcasting and other shit.
Yeah.
What causes that difference between like a girl who just burns out early and a girl who makes it big?
There's a lot that goes into this industry. It's like any other industry. It's like acting. It's like comedy. It's like any other kind of come up. But a lot of folks do get in the game for, relatively easy money.
Yeah. A lot of times, I've noticed that with comedy where like people will be like, I just started comedy. I used to be in a band for a long time and it just seemed like the money would be better with comedy. And I'm like, I don't know who told you that.
Yeah.
But they were fucking lying to you. And they're like, well, I don't need all this equipment and stuff. I'm like, this is totally different.
I can't speak like as the girl side of this because the girl side's way different. But I can tell you that it is a very unique industry and it can chew you up, spit you out pretty easily.
I believe it because I watched an interview with, oh my God, I can't remember her name. She's a tiny little brunette girl, like a newer porn star. Fuck, I don't remember her name. Long story short, she did a podcast with one of the Weinstein brothers, if you know them.
Yeah.
She did a podcast with them, and she was talking about how a lot of porn stars, they can't get normal bank accounts.
Nope. You can never like if you're a female porn star with like a Rolodex, like you have a real resume and you show up places. I heard somewhere you can't work with kids, you can't be a nurse. Like there's a lot of different things you can't. I don't think you can be a teacher.
Probably not.
Like there's a lot of things that you
can play a teacher in a video, but
you can play a teacher and you can play a nurse. In your porns.
That's so crazy.
But I don't think you can actually do it. So like if you have a flash in the pan career in porn, know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And also something else that somebody told me, and this is a big reason why I've hidden all of my, anything you could ever find me on is gone hidden. Or you can only see me from like the chest down.
Yeah.
Is that people will find out.
People will find out.
If there's a clear face shot, your parents will find out. Your teachers will find out. Your boss will find out.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing at the moment, just take stock. I mean, I know that everybody's like, you could geo-block this, you could geo-block that, you can, try to protect your identity. But if you want to make it in porn and you want to use the internet, everyone will find out and everyone will see it.
Yeah.
So I've been so careful.
Yeah. And that's why we got your mic sounding like...
That's why I sound like I've been smoking cigars all day.
Yeah. We do still have that cigar. Yeah. That cigar is still out there. Yeah. I was feeling a cigar earlier. I was really just feeling a cigarette. But, yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like... I remember when I first started comedy, I was really nervous about different people finding out.
Yeah.
And there's a breaking point, I'm sure it's there with porn too, where you go from like, I'm not sure about this, I don't want people to know, to like, fuck it, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know about it. And I know I've seen Audrey Battani, I don't know if you know her.
The Italian one.
Yeah.
One of my first like coming up, like when I was like 12, 13, just being like, oh my God, that's a woman.
That is a woman. Yeah. Audrey Battani is a woman. And I saw an interview with her and she was talking about how like, she grew up in California and well-to-do family. And then she started doing porn. And the guy asked her like, what do your parents think of it? And she was like, well, no parent is proud of their daughter for doing porn. And I was just watching it. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. No parent is proud of their little daughter getting fucked on camera.
I mean, no dad is like overjoyed, I would imagine.
No. Yeah. And if he is, it's weird.
That is a little weird.
That would be a Southern thing, though.
Probably. You gotta
My daughter's doing porn. I'm so proud of her.
I mean, look at those checks rolling in. Like, you got to think someone somewhere has said that.
Dude, just imagine a dad being like, I'm so proud of my girl. She's taking dick on camera.
Think about how much porn is out there in the world.
I think about that a lot.
You got to figure that somebody somewhere is like, I paid my dad's mortgage or something.
And that's the other crazy thing, because you look at it, I follow some porn stars online too, and they talk about how like, I make money, and I'm making money, and this is the most money I've ever made. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how I do it. Like, don't judge me for how I got kids or I got these responsibilities. Yeah. And that's one of those things where you start to look at it differently, because it is like, hey, yeah, good for you. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah. I mean, it might be because I'm like so dead inside and I've had so much sex, but I mean, get your paper. Get your paper. Yeah, like it's true. I mean, already like you said, Women's History Month. You said, I think it is something like women's something. It's like if it's already the deck is stacked so against you, and this is your loophole. Get your money, get your paper. I've always said, get your money however you get it. And the world is so mean and cold and hard, and the world will kick your shit in if you let it. Mm. So if this is how you get your paper, and you're not hurting anybody.
Well, last week I talked to Monica, who's a OnlyFans.
I met her,
person and stripper. And I was talking to her about just like, I promote the entrepreneur. I try to. It's like, if you're making money, who gives a shit? And I think OnlyFans really allowed a lot of girls to just be like, because I mean, you could set up a chat room and all these things, but I think it just made it easier to like be accessible, put your porn out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think the OnlyFans itself has come under some fire because of how much they take or something like that.
Yeah, I heard they take like 20%, bro.
But on the flip side, think about it. OnlyFans was not a thing.
Yeah.
It was, you had to go work at a strip club.
Yep.
You had to. And now you can kind of like you're in the driver's seat a little bit better, a little bit more.
It's kind of like YouTube. Like when YouTube first dropped, it was like you could just put your shit out there, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was saying they take 20%.
That's a fuck ton.
And she's like, I think she said she charges $5 a month for her subscription. So she's like, I'm only getting $4 of that. I'm like,
taxes.
That's Well, yeah, and then I was like, "What? So are you getting taxed on the $5 or on the $4?"
1099.
Well, yeah, probably 10. But I'm like, "Are you getting taxed as the $5 or the $4?" And I think she said the $4, but I'm like, "That's still fucking nuts, dude. That they take that much of a percent."
It is crazy. I have shot with a couple chicks for their OnlyFans.
Yeah,
lot of fun. Whole different vibe, whole different thing. It's like usually it's a whole different setting. It's a whole different thing.
What's so different about it? Just in someone's home?
It's just more intimate.
Okay.
It's more intimate and like not to say that the girls that are shooting bukakis don't want to have sex with all those guys, but it's just a little, you could be pickier and it's just a different.
You can be pickier when you're not like every cock.
Yeah.
Give me all the cocks.
It's a different shoot. It's probably smaller money. I don't know exactly what the girls were making for bukakis, but they were not, people were flying in and flying out. So they're not making nothing. But
that's true.
It's just that OnlyFans vibe is just a whole different ball game. It's just a whole different setup.
Is that the future?
Oh yeah.
It's all going to be self-produced.
I think that the future is not even the OnlyFans model. Well, OnlyFans will have a place.
Yeah.
OnlyFans will be like Pornhub. It'll always be there. No matter how good or bad or whatever indifferent you are, certain sites will just always be around. I think that the OnlyFans will sort of kind of take away the producers. Like a really good example of the OnlyFans like dynasty is like a Brittany Amber. You know Brittany Amber?
I've heard Brittany Amber, yeah.
She's extremely hot. She does extremely nice work, great eye contact at all. Like she's just queen of eye contact. But she is definitely somebody who's like, she now unboxes sex toys and she tries sex toys out and she has all these different videos and all this different content. I'm pretty sure she shoots with the same dude every time.
I've seen that a lot, dude. Yeah, where it's like they just fuck their boyfriend on camera.
Yeah.
And I've always been so jealous of those boyfriends.
Oh my gosh, I've always wondered how they find them. I'm like, how do you become her boyfriend? And then also,
how do you become her boyfriend?
It's not like some crazy cool story where he sought her out. It's like they met, like sometimes they just meet.
Yeah, like at Chili's or something.
Yeah, coffee shop, just a normal dude.
Lucky.
Yeah, lucky.
I always look at those guys and I'm like, fucking lucky. But then I look at their dick and I'm like, well, very lucky. Actually, I take it back. They're actually super lucky.
Some of them are not like crazy dicks.
Yeah.
They're decent dicks. They're just not insane.
Well, that's what I wanted to. We talked about it earlier, but I was like,
dick judging.
No, seriously, because if you're a guy and you watch porn and you're not judging the dick, you're lying.
You got it. You know a lot of dicks in porn. All skin tones. A lot of them have had surgery.
Really?
A lot of them have had some sort of
surgery.
They're not all born like that.
What kind of surgery can you have on your dick?
You can have all kinds of surgeries to make your dick nicer.
Bigger, longer, straighter, what?
You see these like crazy dicks and they're like permanently hard.
Yeah, sometimes I look at those dicks. And the other thing is you'll see a big dick and it's not hard. It's just floppy.
I think it was Kate Kennedy, the comic porn star.
I don't know.
She was saying that like sometimes it's those dicks that are like 14 inches and soft. You're like, But if there's like a 9-inch dick that's raging, that's the one that sucks.
What do you mean sucks? Like sucks to take?
Like it can suck to take, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I was watching one the other day. It was this Russian dude with a big dick, and like the chick, like it was not even going in and out. Yeah. I was just watching. I'm like, it was a tiny chick.
That's okay. So another thing is like a lot of your porn stars are very small women.
Yeah.
Like Madison Ivy is like 5 foot nothing.
I think she's 4'11".
Yeah, she's tiny.
One of my favorites. If you asked which one I would ever want to do, I'd probably say her.
Madison Ivy.
Yeah.
You know her story's crazy?
How so?
She had like a really bad. She had something happen to her where she could barely walk, and she had to.
She had an accident recently. Yeah.
She was like dying. She almost died.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard. I don't know the details, but I know she got in an accident. And she was not making videos for a while, and then because I follow her, she's like, "I'll be back soon." I was like, "Oh, what the fuck happened?"
Her body like didn't work. She had to have hoses and tubes and.
That's crazy because she's super flexible.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
her old stuff. Oh my god. Her
legendary,
amazing, but her also was like, oh.
Madison Ivy. Again, one of the first porn stars, and I remember seeing her when she was blonde.
Yeah, and then she went
a little thicker with real tits, smaller real tits, and then she got skinny, tan, and a big boob job, and I was like, wow, she still looks great.
Yeah, she still looked amazing.
Just always amazing. And I remember when it was a big deal when her first anal scene came out.
Yeah,
because they marketed it a lot.
Yeah,
because it was a Brazzers exclusive.
Back in the day.
Dude, this was back when it was like, it's like watching like when a movie got released in 04. You know, they were like, go to the theaters and shit.
Coming this summer.
Yeah, and then I watched it and I was like, I'm glad I have a Brazzers subscription. What the fuck was I gonna say about Madison Ivy? Oh, the best. I don't know if you've ever had that. You ever have a foot job?
Yeah.
You've had a foot job?
Yeah.
Good or bad?
Yeah, I could go without it.
Okay. She did this thing where she would give the guy a foot job and suck it at the same time because she's flexible like that.
God.
And I just watched it, and this is how fucked up I am in the head. I was like, it's like a monkey blowjob, dude.
Yeah,
I'm watching it and I'm
like
loving it. And
flexible.
it's fucked up that I liked it, but I loved it.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's intense.
That one, Tony Rebus was the guy. I just remember that. I don't know why.
I really don't keep a Rolodex of the dudes at all. Like the main ones, like your Johnny Sins. And
I was gonna say Johnny Sins.
Yeah, those are the guys that have been around forever. I mean, now they have their own. I mean, Marcos, what's that one? Rocco. There's a Rocco for sure. Anyway, he makes appearances on the Your Mom's House podcast sometimes. Like they play clips of him and stuff.
Johnny Sins is with I think his girlfriend, wife's name is, she's also a porn star, Kisa Sins.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen that name like on Pornhub.
And so now, dude, they just shoot porn together. They'll get like another girl in.
Girls over.
Yeah, and I'm like, that guy did it right.
Do you know
that guy did it right?
Do you know Lady Fire?
Yeah, the brunette, the redhead.
Oh, she's my favorite.
And she does like the weird scenes.
Mr. Fire, yeah, she does all the like the taboo mom.
Yeah,
dude, she's great. She showed me Lauren Phillips, and I'm like, Lauren Phillips. Whew. That was my first dose of Lauren Phillips, and then they've also shot with Kenzie Madison. That Lady Fire, if there's one production house, I would love to just slide my way into somehow.
Lady Fire. Dude, Lady
I don't think
Fire.
They're like auditioning dudes, but if they ever did.
Those are some of those videos where like it is super taboo and you're watching it and it's like, come in your mom, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why is my dick so hard? It's just the weirdest shit. Then
it's like, come in your stepmom's sister's asshole. It's like,
but I love that.
What a stretch. But also, for me, when it comes to porn and what makes me want to watch porn or make me come, it has nothing to do with the taboo and has everything to do with the angles. And the positions,
angles and positions,
and the camera work.
Yeah,
because I want it to be like as POV as possible.
Oh, okay.
But also, that's not the easiest thing in the world to make like hot.
Yeah,
it can be a trick. It can be tough. But Lady Fire, her camera angles are top notch.
Yeah, she does a good job. I'll give you that.
There's a few camera angles where you're like, wow.
Sometimes I'll watch it. So normally when they do POV, are they doing a GoPro or what do they use?
That's usually, I mean, I've never really shot POV, to be honest. I mean, I've shot homemade POV, you know.
And it's just your phone?
Yeah, I think with them, they have like a certain camera rig.
Oh, okay.
Because it can, I mean, I think the VR stuff does it too.
Okay.
Because the VR stuff, I mean, the guy is static. The guy's not moving for some of those spots.
Okay, yeah.
So whenever they're like reverse cowgirling, it's a rig. It's a camera rig.
Okay.
That VR camera is it's a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I think like $8,000.
$8,000.
I think they're more.
I got to start paying for porn again because I don't know how they're getting the money, dude.
Well, because of people like us, people like you.
Yeah. I felt better when I bought it. I'll be honest. Like I felt more like I didn't feel as dirty.
Yeah.
I still felt dirty and it was whatever, but like just something about buying. It's like when you own your Netflix, you know, or when you have a lease and you rent at a place where they checked your background and have a deposit and you sign paperwork.
Yeah.
It's very official.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have that. But
it's
expensive.
I don't think I've ever paid for porn.
Okay. But
I've paid for OnlyFans.
You paid for OnlyFans.
I don't know why I feel that way. I don't know why I'm so dumb and how I'm like, I can never pay the big machine.
Yeah.
And
do you feel like it's a big machine?
Well, I mean, it just, there's so much free porn.
Yeah.
So, but also then I go over to OnlyFans and I'm like, I'll pay this random thought that paid attention to me at a strip club.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it's more like
she's nice. She's a real person. She's tangible.
And it's cool because it's like, the money's going to her.
Yeah. It's just different.
it's really like it's empowering the artist, right? Like everybody shits on Spotify because they don't pay Taylor Swift or whatever.
Yeah.
But if she had an OnlyFans, she would probably if she just put out her
Taylor Swift put out an OnlyFans.
If she had an OnlyFans where she just put out her music, no sex stuff, like she would make more money than on Spotify.
I bet Taylor Swift would be the one to argue the agreement. She'd be like 20%.
Yeah, she would. That would be some Taylor Swift shit. Okay, Crystal Boyd. That name ring a bell?
No.
Russian porn star, looks very similar to Taylor Swift. They do a lot of parody stuff.
Crystal what?
Boyd.
I'll have to remember.
Boyd.
Okay.
Yep, Boyd. Dude, Russia has been killing it with the porn recently.
I'm not aware.
Dude, if you're ever in the market for some real white porn, dude.
Russian white porn.
Russian porn is Wow Girls is one of the networks, I think.
Okay, I know that name.
You've heard of Wow Girls?
Yeah, Wow Girls, yeah.
And I'm trying to think of Let's Do It, but like DOE maybe. Let's Do It. I don't fucking know. But dude, I watched the Russian porn and I'm like, dude, this is what happens when you get rid of communism and you let capitalism thrive in that country for a while.
Yeah.
20 years later, you have some of the best, because it's like, you talk about angles. They got the angles. They got the girls. They don't do a whole lot with the storyline.
Yeah.
But it always starts out with like a little sensual this and that, and then it transitions into, hardcore.
I like it.
It's just well done.
I like well done porn. So
it's super well done porn.
If I want to add to my resume, I should go to Russia.
You would do well in Russia.
I should do that.
The thing about it is, it's always one or two dudes. There's only one or two Russian dudes that fuck all these chicks,
Oh, that
dude.
sounds awesome.
You could be an oligarch.
That should be the other one. That should be the next one.
Yeah, the next one, dude. Like Luka.
Yeah.
Like Luka Doncic.
Yeah, the next.
You are the Luka Doncic of porn, bro.
porn.
Yeah.
I don't like saying that about Luka because he's so pure and.
Oh, he fucks like a champ, bro. Are you kidding me?
He definitely fucks like a champ, but he looks pure.
He does look pure.
He doesn't look like he could hurt.
But he looks like he would go to whatever strip club you were at.
And just walk out with
walk out with like 6 hot black women and just kill it.
I was at the Lodge.
The Lodge.
With a very high. I don't do strip clubs. I don't go to strip clubs.
Okay.
But I've been to strip clubs a lot in the past. In the past few,
I don't do strip clubs.
I really don't.
Been to them
I don't
lot.
like strip clubs because I know I'm a sex addict.
Yeah.
I know that I have enough disposable income to pay for this and then limp my way to the next paycheck and be struggling and be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I know I can pull it off.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd say in the past 2 months, I've just ended up at a strip club and I really need to stop. It's like taking a really severe alcoholic to a free liquor store.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, alcoholics, when they see alcohol, their money becomes...
Well, it's a triggering thing.
Yeah, you don't care about your dollars anymore. You need your fix.
Yeah.
To me at a strip club.
That was when I was an alcoholic and I would go to the bar looking at it back. Like I never thought about it like that then. Yeah. But now I look back on it, I'm like, yeah, I didn't care about the money.
Yeah.
I was just like, this card gets me more alcohol.
Gets me what
I want more, and I would just consume, dude.
Give me my dopamine trigger.
I mean, that's how I've been to a strip club a couple times and done shit like that where I'm just like, it was because I was drunk. Yeah. And when I'm drunk, again, the money doesn't matter. And I'm just looking at hot women. I'm like, give me that one upstairs in the VIP. And the guy's like, all right. And then she get off stage and she walk up to the VIP. And whew, that's, I told that story on the last Kill Tony I was on. It hasn't been released yet, but I did tell the one. It was, I was like, I went up to the VIP. And the afterwards, right, the chick was like, hey, you don't have anything, do you? And I was like, why? And she's like, well, you're kind of eating my pussy a lot over there. And then I was like, shouldn't I ask you if you have anything?
Yeah, right, yeah.
But she was like 19, it was fucking law student and shit. Dude, I just remember, that was a crazy night because like I lost money at the casino, so I went to the strip club. Before all my friends are still at the casino, right?
Oh, God.
And it's just a walk down the street in Windsor, Ontario. And we're fucking... I'm at the strip club. I come down from the VIP. I pay the money. And by that time, all my friends had got to the strip club. So they see me and they're like, Marcus, let me buy you a dance. So now I'm getting another private dance. This one was just paid for. It wasn't the full VIP. It was just a private dance. Yeah. And it's just, I go from this really hot, mixed, curly-haired, skinny 19-year-old whose pussy I was eating apparently, to this fucking white chick with the fat ass and like a... like the king on a playing card
Yeah.
That on one ass cheek and the queen on the other ass cheek.
Oh my God.
And just she's shoving it in my face. I'm like, I've already had enough today.
Yeah,
and she's just like, your buddy paid for this and I want to shake my ass.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about strip clubs is sometimes you don't realize it's not up to you. No matter what you paid for. If she wants to dance in your face,
you're gonna dance.
It's gonna happen, man.
Strip clubs are fun, but I know to stay away from strip clubs. Strip clubs to me can be like porn where you're just binging and you just go off deep end and all of a sudden you've been jerking off for a day and a half. When I had COVID, I had 14 days mandatory because it's Texas. We don't give a shit about COVID. But I had a doctor's note that said stay home. I was in this house alone for 14 days.
Yeah.
I just got my standing desk.
Yeah.
And I was jerking off a lot.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Windows open.
Oh yeah. I was jerking off in the backyard. It was awesome.
There was a stretch of COVID where, like, right when it started and everyone was excited about staying at home.
Yeah. That first, like, 2-3 months.
Dude, so
cozy.
much porn.
It was cozy, yeah.
It was cozy. And even, the thing was, like, even Pornhub was like, stay at home and jerk off.
Stay at home and jerk off.
And I think even Pornhub looks back on that and they were like, that was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Because we created, like, 10 times the sex addicts that would have existed.
Right.
Because we're like, we encouraged people to stay at home and wank.
Yeah. I'd rather do that than pop out kids. Because I do know people that, like, that thing was made right when this shit.
Right during COVID?
Yeah, right when this shit came out,
shit. Those babies are getting born.
Those are COVID babies. Yeah, they're born now.
They're done. They're out.
They're a few months old now.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I'm glad I avoided that.
I did the COVID transitions of, like, all right, jerking off a lot. All right, inviting whoever will come over. Okay, drinking a lot. Okay, Amazon shopping. Like, it's just every vice you could think of.
Yeah,
kind of went through it.
Well, I had a thing when COVID was really kicking in. It was like it encouraged people to be their worst version of themselves.
Yeah.
It was like, if you're lazy, be lazy. It's cool. If you, like, for comedians, you don't have to go out and do mics.
Yeah.
You actually shouldn't. And a lot of comics who don't want to go out and do mics, it's like, it was perfect for them. The people who wanted to jerk off, perfect for them.
Still people who are hiding from COVID.
I know.
Really scared.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I
But
remember the one mic that we hit all the time over in East Dallas, like, would have, like, secret invite only open mic practice sessions.
Yeah.
I felt like a Jew hiding from the Nazis.
It was a weird, the last
weird.
year's been so weird because there's been a lot of historical feelings where I'm like, this is a historical moment and I'm just living in it doing open mics.
Yeah, but also, well, I mean, I don't know about you, but weirdly enough, it was when I picked up, like, a lot of work.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I really didn't even headline shows before COVID because I headlined one show and then I moved to LA, or I had headlined two shows before I'd moved to LA.
Yeah.
I was, like, getting more feature work, which is great. I'm still looking for feature work, but so I was getting a bunch of feature work and I started doing a couple headline gigs, went out to LA for 3 months, just getting no work out there, just sucking dick.
Yeah.
And then I come back, it's COVID.
Closed down.
And as soon as things open up a little bit, I go out and start hitting mics, and all of a sudden they're like, you want to headline this show? You want to headline this show? And I'm getting all these headlining gigs. I'm like, fuck yeah. And so I just got a ton of stage time and a ton of work and shit like that. And I'm looking at these other comics. I'm like, you just staying inside?
Well, now's the time. I was looking at the other comics like, what are you doing? We're going to, because my thoughts were like, it's going to be back to normal. And then they're going to have, Tom Segura and all these other people and Joe Rogan and all these people that are big names at their regular features.
Yeah.
Or regular headliners. And so I'm like, dude, if I can be an opener right now, like a legitimate opener, and open for, like, local talent that's still top talent. Yeah. But they're local regular headliners. So I'm like, dude, I'm getting the door kicked open for me because of COVID. I can't be on the bench. This is a big moment.
I mean, it was a big opportunity, I think, because it was like, do you want it? Because I feel like I leveled up a couple levels in a time period where all things even, working hard like I normally do, no COVID, no nothing. I might have leveled up once, maybe twice, but I felt like I leveled up at least 2-3 times just because there were so few people doing it. And I was like, some people, the crazy thing is in Michigan, I'm sure it happened here too. I know it happened in Austin, is the comics who would internet shame comics who went out and did shit. Dude, and I'm just looking at these people. I'm like, Here's the best one. Here's the kicker, right? Here's this girl who had accused the guy of raping her before too, which apparently didn't happen. I don't know. I don't believe all women. I don't.
Neither do I.
Because usually, actually, I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, would you rather be raped?
Yeah.
Or have everyone think that you raped someone and you didn't? What's worse?
Yeah.
I mean, they're both awful.
Yeah.
Obviously, getting raped is terrible, but if you don't rape someone and everyone thinks you raped someone,
Yeah.
and you're just like, I can't even convince, like, I'm just fucked.
Court of public opinion.
It's the worst, man. But there was this girl, there's this girl, female comic in Michigan, who I won't name, but she accused this guy of, sexual assault, whatever. But she made this post during COVID where she was like, I can't believe all these comics going out there doing comedy, risking their lives and other people's. If you're going to go out, you should go to a rally or a march. If you need a ride, let me know. And I was like, lady, I've been risking my life to do comedy well before COVID. Driving through 2-hour snowstorms to go do comedy. This is not a risk. This is just a virus.
It's a precautionary thing. Like, you know, wash your hands, but other than that, you'll probably be fine.
I hear you, man.
It's like a 97%, 98% survivability rating or something like that.
Exactly. Better than AIDS.
Better than AIDS.
Better than AIDS.
Better than AIDS.
Well, dude, thank you very much for talking to me about porn and a little bit of capitalism.
Thanks for finally convincing me to share my story.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you shared it. Do you feel good?
I feel good. I feel like I touched on what I wanted to touch on.
Any closing messages for any kids thinking about doing porn?
You said kids, maybe like young adults.
Yeah, young adults.
Know what you're getting into. Know it's not glamorous. Know as a guy you're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
It's all about the chick. Get into it. It's kind of like going to college. Know what you're getting into. Don't catch anything, and get out before you start going into debt.
Damn.
That's pretty solid. And also know what you're getting into. It's going to be a really fucking good time. Dude, I mean, outside of the don't coming in the direction and the yada yada, you're like, this suck. Look, she's so fucking hot. She is the hottest chick I'll have sex with this year, probably.
Hell yeah.
Maybe like within that 6 months, because some of those porn stars, man, they're hot. And also, it's kind of a stretch calling them all porn stars. Some of them are amateurs like me, but it's fun. You get to fuck really hot chicks.
Oh yeah. John Doe, thank you for doing the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Telling the people about porn. Hey, thank you for listening. Check out next week's episode. Every Saturday, new episode of Porn and Capitalism. Thank you.